Don. Carlton kicking to the left of screen, and the big scoreboard end here at VFL Park. Footscray to the right, Bernie Evans and Wayne Johnson. There's some experience on that interchange Blues bench as we get proceedings underway. And this is the third quarter final of the Panasonic Cup with Peter Cameron and Gary Forster, the men in white tonight. A good bounce to start proceedings, and it's Hawker who sends Carlton into attack. Down to the half-forward line. No mark is taken. Ford is there for the Bulldogs. Will have to swing onto his left boot and go wide. Wider than McGuinness, but he does have plenty of help. And incidentally, Troy Maloney's mother sadly passed away recently, and for that reason, the Bulldogs are wearing the black armbands tonight.
So Carlton go back into attack up towards half-forward. Didnt nearly takes a one-hander. He's held by his Footscray opponent, Wigney. Plays on quickly now, Didnt. Kick towards the 50-metre line, out in front of Hannah, and the umpire clearly advising us that the free kick will go Hannah's way. So Millum Hannah, pretty good player. Beautiful. Hannah's kick, magnificent. Plenty of length, but just the accuracy a little astray there. And the first score on the board is to Carlton through Millum Hannah, and it's a behind. That's Nicol, Fitzpatrick, McPherson and Hawkins there for Footscray, as they kick the ball back into half-back. Didnt in front. Good punch away there by Foster. Struggle for possession. Terry Wallace on the bottom of the pack. Nailey's in there for Carlton, that the umpire will come in and bounce.
And Michael Ford from Footscray picking up Millum Hannah, who looked very dangerous in his previous game, kicking 2 goals 3. A little inaccurate, but a very dangerous player.
Just on the 50-metre line for the Blues, who've done the bulk of the attacking. No one able to effectively get it out. And so another bounce to take place.
Sandy, also Ken Hunter picking up Simon Beasley, full forward, full back.
Some interesting duels lined up tonight. Let's hope that it is going to be a good clash. Wallace tries to get it out, but his attempts were foiled as Foster sees it over the line. And we'll have another throw in, but this time only 35 metres around from the Carlton scoring zone.
Footscray's defence looks a lot more solid too, with Peter Foster at centre half back, should I say, rather than centre half forward.
From the throw-in, Wallace, clear for the Dogs. Coming down towards centre wing, Madden has the height advantage, couldn't take it. Aitkins at the back of the pack. His kick is wide, however, and goes out of bounds on the full.
Another tag in some form is Tommy Alvin picking up Brian Royal, ex-teammates from Bensdale.
Well, a poor kick there by Aitken, and Hogg puts the Bulldogs into attack. It goes up towards their half-forward area. Derui strong in defence, and the ball goes over for another boundary throw-in. Justin Madden testing his strength there against the Footscray player Davies. So it's just slightly forward of centre wing for the Footscray side. Madden. Good gather there by McGuinness. Handball really to no one for Footscray. Dunlop's there. His kick well marked at half-back by Baxter. So Darren Baxter, centre wing, high ball towards the centre half forward position, marking contest. Good punch away by the Carlton defence, close to the line, and McGuinness can't control it, and it goes over. Another boundary throw in. So some unproductive football on the members' side as Mickey Malthouse gives his charges a bit of a rev up. Very, very warm conditions at VFL Park. A hot day here in Melbourne. I think the temperature reached nearly 40 degrees. Bulldogs now into attack. McGuinness forced to kick quickly. Chance now for Aitken. Gets past his Footscray opponent. Left foot kick is smothered. Good play by the Bulldogs to keep it in. Chance for McGuinness. His kick slews off the side of his boot. Back nearly towards the centre of the ground. Now there's a chance for Footscray. The handball out wide is by Hannaberry. Hannaberry now goes on to Wigney. Wigney's left foot kick. Quick one out wide. Stephen Wallace, the captain, takes possession of the football. Gleeson's the Carlton player. Wallace round onto the right foot. Kick up towards full forward. Here's a chance for Footscray. Campbell can't mark. Reasonably easy chance for young Campbell. Davies hard against the boundary line. Gets that hand pass out wide. Stanfield in his first match. And the free kick has been given away by Aitken. It's going to Royal. And Royal perhaps within kicking distance.
Yes, I would think so, Ian. He is a very good kick for goal. Certainly not without outside of his range. And would give Footscray a very good start if he could put this through for a goal.
Looking pretty fit, Brian Royal. playing in the forward pocket, and McGuinness doing much of the roving. Drop punt kick. Just goes to the near side and through for a behind of the Bulldogs. So the forwards are certainly tackling pretty fiercely.
Yes, we've seen that in the last few games, Ian. All forwards have been placing great pressure on their respective backs, which is made for very tight games.
Meldrum a chance to run if it sits for him. He's clear up towards Didnt territory, who cleverly soccers it forward across to Satori, now on to Hawker. Carlton look dangerous. In towards Hannah, and he takes it on the chest.
A clever kick from Glenn Hawker there. Saw Mil Hannah go to his wrong side, which Hawker was running to on his left foot, but managed to bring the ball back very cleverly and gave Mil Hannah plenty of room to run into and took out what ended to be a very simple mark.
So Hannah, a chance to score for Carlton. 40 metres out. Drop punt is close, and he's got it.
Holden's big new V6 Commodore is the first car ever to win Car Australia's Car of Australia, Modern Motors Car of 88, and Wheels Magazine's Car of the Year, all in the 1 year. The critics obviously love it too.
Gillette took the closeness of contour and gave it a lubricating strip. Now it feels smoother while you shave and smoother after. Contour Plus. First we made it closer, now we've made it smoother.
Carlton lead by 6 points. 1-1-7 to Footscray's 1 behind. Madden, a study in concentration and the opposition that he has for the centre backs. I would imagine, Ross, would we not see the interchange bench working overtime tonight in these conditions?
Oh, certainly. With these very warm conditions, players would be feeling the effects very quickly, so it would be very sensible, Sandy.
Nailey, with pace, gets away, hooks it over his shoulder. Not a well-directed kick, however. It was down the throat of Mark Aythorne. Aythorne's kick to half forward. Aitken is there, doing it on his own for Carlton at the bottom of the pack. It's dangerous because it comes out and it gives Cullen the chance to go goalwards. He shoots and has put it through.
Very positive play there from Mark Cullen. Broke free from that pack. Had a chance to pass to Simon Beasley, who did make a lead, but decided to go through for a goal and finished off very, very well. Ran straight out the goals and followed through the very neat and tidy left foot kick.
Big raps on this guy for pace, Ross. I just noticed when Nailey broke away from the centre bounce, Cullen was right on his ginger. Yes. He's very, very quick.
And looked very balanced as he kicked the ball down there.
So, back in the centre, and scores are level. Carlton 7 points, Footscray 7 points. Good ruck contest. Beautiful. Madden to Gleeson. Gleeson towards the forward pocket area for Carlton. Pushing it out in front of himself there was Wigney for Footscray, and he helps it over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Could be a good contest, Wigney and Satori. Satori kicking goals in their previous game, and Wigney wanting to prove himself, and there's a good challenge for him there.
Footscray perhaps forced to make a few changes in defence, with Carlton having a little bit of height in their favour. McGuinness can't break away. Taps it on, but really under lots of pressure there, Tony McGuinness. Gets a pat on the backside there from Michael Ford. Bit of encouragement. Good to see that sort of thing happening. Footscray, obviously, great camaraderie out there at the Western Oval. And I think they'd be going all out to win this match. Punch out. Chance for Fosier. He can't break clear. Now Footscray get clear somehow out of there. Hogg has the football. He kicks it towards centre half forward. It was a good kick, but there was no one home. Dunlop drops an easy mark. Now Footscray are a chance. Campbell back on it. Good tapping on in front. Campbell, a little kick off the ground, gives Davies the chance. Davies handballs it out wide. Wallace, can he control it? He gets the hand pass out to Baxter. Footscray players under enormous pressure. Brown's quick kick. Didnt is a chance. Handball wide to Nailey. Nailey's got a player in support. It's Satori. And inside 50 metres, Satori takes the mark for Carlton.
And again, the full effect there of having a very open forward line, players coming down the ground, having an option to kick to. Carlton like to get away with that, with Dunlop dropping that mark. They could have lost that and had Footscray score.
So Satori punts for goal. Nice long kick. Right on the line. It's punched away by the Footscray defence. They're under pressure. There's been a free kick picked out of it. Well, no more need be said.
Perhaps being a bit harsh on the Footscray backs there, they could perhaps have pulled that ball back over the pack through the points rather than tapping it forward into that goal square area and then giving the player like Fraser Murphy, very clever around goals, an opportunity to get the ball and perhaps score a goal here.
So the pocket battleship has the football. He's about 15 metres from goal. Difficult angle. Murphy shoots. Goal umpire looks at boundary umpire, through for a behind.
Got a very confident kick there from Fraser Murphy. Really stabbed at it and could have kicked right through the ball. Very easy to two-stab at it when you're out that close. However, I would have expected a better result from Fraser Murphy.
Forward back into play to Baxter. Footscray bringing it down towards the wing, and the mark taken by Matthew Hanbury. Swings play into the centre with a long drop punt. He's looking for Campbell. Dunlop over the top. Fosha pushes it wide. Now a chance for Gleeson. Under pressure, it was Matsachek to half forward. But once again, the Bulldog defence working tightly and working hard are able to combine and bring it back towards half back. Derui almost took the mark. A chance for Davies to get them going. He does so to Campbell. Campbell to half forward. Wallace now. Can he kick truly? To Beasley. Over the top. Touched. And one behind.
Footscray players there trying to do the right thing, trying to centre the ball from the boundary line area. And then they kick from Terry Wallace, not quite carrying far enough.
Hunter. From the pocket to Gleeson. Just outside the defensive 50-metre line. Gleeson going into the middle again. A long kick towards Satori. Couldn't complete the mark. McGuinness under pressure, so too Murphy. And the umpire says it's his, so a bounce shall take place in the middle. And, well, Dean Jones would know these conditions. He probably thinks they're fantastic at the moment.
Yes, he played a lot of cricket at Princess Park. Sandy, Dean Jones now playing with Melbourne. The Footscray kick up towards half forward. Oh, good play by Campbell. Puts Cullen under a bit of pressure. Footscray have support here. Davies, looping handball wide to the captain Wallace. Steve Wallace back onto the right foot. His kick is touched into the pocket. Alvin can't control it. Royal off the ground, out of bounds on the full.
Adrian Campbell looking very good there at centre half forward, fighting for front position and gather that very that difficult ball actually from that contest. Reece Jones,
Ian Stanley, and Jay Buckley.
Goodness me.
Well, you wouldn't back that trifecta in a million years, would you?
Don't say that.
Hey, would pay anything.
Three fine, upstanding gentlemen. Alvin brings the ball back into play. Madden attempting to tap it over the back, and so too was Aitken. That finds the boundary line.
I wasn't casting any aspersions at all. You were just reading something into that, I think.
Not at all. Not at all. Well, it's certainly good to see Ian Stanley have some success in the world of golf recently. As we get back to the action. Gleeson. Cleverly tried to tap it forward to get it away from that attacking zone, but Campbell brings it back only momentarily, straight to Madden, puts Meldrum under pressure, back to Gleeson again. They're doing it hard at the moment. Now Eppelston a chance to send the Dogs forward, and he does so very quickly as Davies' high kick goes up towards full forward, and almost a sensational mark to Dunlop. Couldn't quite take it. Alvin lends support, and they're able to come away out of trouble through Majizak up to centre wing.
Majizak's kick out in front of Dorotich, and his attempt to mark wasn't all that bad, but Foster going for it interfered with Dorotich. So Dorotich kicked Carlton into attack into the half forward region. Footscray defence under a lot of pressure. Chance for Hogg. Hand pass out the back. Baxter's under pressure, but he gets his kick away pretty well. Dorotich, good gather by Dorotich. Ball close to the ground when it eventually got bounced. Now there's a chance for Nailey. Over the top, Hawker. Good handball by Carlton. Meldrum, outside 50 metres, goes straight for goal. And Hannah interferes with Ford. Free kick will go to the Footscray defender.
Bill Hannah knew that he had to try and get the Footscray defender out of the way to allow Glenn Hawker's kick to go through, but unfortunately interfered.
Ford to Hanbury. Out to Wallace on the outer side of the ground. Terry Wallace now running through the centre. A penetrating kick up towards the half-forward line. Hunter and Beasley. Hunter the victor. on this occasion. Support from Derui and Alban. Back to centre wing. Poor kick, however, one that drops short, and Tony McGuinness takes it on the wing. The left footer to Wallace across half forward. Terry Wallace.
That's it, Molly, you're right there.
Always a very busy worker. Looks for McGuinness again, who dropped into the hole, but the kick was just a little too high. Cullen, with skill and courage, across to Davies. His kick is partly smothered and well smothered, in fact. Murphy gets it out, and eventually Nayley kicks to the half-back line where Dorotich marks and plays on with the left foot up towards centre wing. And I was going to say an easy mark taken by Gleeson, but he does have time to recover. Looks towards Hannah. In fact, Gleeson will almost follow this on. Wallace is on his hammer, and the ball is eventually taken over the line by Ford, and a throw-in to take place.
John Dorotich coming right up to his half-back line to create space and take a ball coming out of his back line, and leaving Mil Hannah, Peter Satori room to run into.
Jonesy doesn't mind a bit of the camera. At half-back for Footscray, Cullen fighting hard to gather the football, can't do so, so we'll have another boundary throw-in.
A little lacklustre at the moment, Ian.
Yes, I guess both sides probably still trying to adjust to the heat. Surely Ross must take a little bit of getting used to.
Certainly can be very debilitating, and you have with the quality of players on both benches, as you saw them before. Obviously, both coaches, Robbie Walls, Mick Malthouse, wanting to rest his better players and be able to bring them into the game later on when some of his other players are tiring, and they may have a better influence on the game.
Well, do you know where that football disappeared to?
No.
It was a bit of a mystery
by now, I'd say, wouldn't it?
Must have gone up one of the players' race. So Satori jostling, Nicol, the Footscray ruckman, at half-back for Footscray. Good knockout, Nayley doing the roving well. The kick has been touched. Now there's a chance for Majizak. A flip on, Gleeson into an open goal. Misses. Bad miss there by Adrian Gleeson, and there's an indication of what it's like in the coach's box. Ford kicks into the back pocket. McGuinness takes the mark for Footscray. Now he'll kick Footscray well out of their problem area, out towards centre wing. Dorotich doing well for Carlton. Gets the hand pass out wide. Dunlop's come from centre half back and thumps the ball to half forward. Satori does the punching out. Gleeson the roving with Murphy. Oh, super tackle by both players. It comes off to Murphy. Murphy's kick off the ground is close. There's been a free kick picked out of it. It'll go to Footscray.
Very sloppy defence from that kick out by Carlton, allowing McGuinness so much room to get clear. And Mark Nayley a good 30 or 40 metres behind McGuinness on that occasion.
So Hogg has the ball for Footscray, and he kicks it between half-back and centre wing. There's a good clean mark being taken out there by Justin Madden. Looking to play on. He does so. Off to Nayley. Nayley's kick into the forward line. Over the top of all players. Roving brilliantly Gleeson. He's tripped.
Must be a free kick.
Yes, it looked fairly obvious, and the umpire saw it that way. So Gleeson has the football about 40 metres out, directly in front. And a chance to kick Carlton's second goal. They're 1-3 to 1-2 at the moment. Nice long kick by Gleeson. A goal.
This is dramatic footage of an actual bank robbery in progress. Somewhere in Australia, someone, maybe you, could recognise this man. There's a serial killer on the loose. 6 women have already died. Watch the reenactment. You might come up with the clue that helps police crack the case. Can you help this grieving mother of a murdered child?
I just beg with you, please, to come forward.
Help catch a criminal on Australia's Most Wanted, 7:30 Sunday on 7.
7 points is the margin favouring Carlton in this first quarter, third quarter-final of the Panasonic Cup. Madden beaten in the middle, but still taken away by Hawker, who's a prolific kick winner.
That's on!
Pushed down towards the half-forward line. Aythorne tried to repel the attack. Cullen does well to get the hand pass out. Foster taps it further forward. Now an opportunity for Eppelston. Up towards the left half-forward flank he goes. He'll be looking for Campbell. Aitken towards the boundary line, finds it.
Aitken's done that on about 3 or 4 occasions. Not try to get the ball in both hands. Elected to punch to the boundary line, has done it with good effect.
So a throw in on the outer side. Big night for Stanfield, the young man from Fish Creek. playing in his first game, and we certainly wish him well as McGuinness taps it forward, but it goes to Dunlop. Dunlop in the back pocket is almost claimed. Eventually gets his left foot to it, kicking back towards the middle. Cullen is busy again. He does have support. Into the middle it goes, and now an opportunity for the Dogs again. Now where's Beasley? He's come out. One grab, couldn't complete the mark. Hunter gets a hurried stab kick. Only goes 15 metres. A test of courage there. Well done by both boys.
Both players showing great commitment there,
Derui
Sandy. Terrific.
and Hanbury.
Neither one took their eye off the ball.
So a bounce just outside the 50-metre line. Madden to Hawker.
Brilliant.
It's amazing what a jumper change can do.
Oh, he's got
Just
all the
hard to get
skills,
used
though,
to,
hasn't he,
isn't
Sandy? I mean, he's a fantastic player.
Great player indeed. He's been marvellous. Cullen, look at the pressure he's applying. Well done as he heads towards the boundary line on the outer side. And takes it out.
Pardon the...
I was going to say, Ross, that tap out by Madden was great too.
Terrific, yes. Well, the man of his height, he should be winning majority of the taps, but certainly Footscray can make it a bit harder for him.
So, the ruck contest is at half-back for Footscray. Eccleston, just under 5 minutes remaining. Derui can't mark. Davies there for Footscray. At the back, Dunlop arrives a little late, and the ball is rushed over for a boundary throw-in. It's well out of scoring distance for Footscray between the centre wing and half-forward. It's probably close to 90 metres from the Footscray goal. And young Stanfield. What a test, eh? He's doing well. Got his body in front nicely. Terry Wallace and Nailey really battling for possession of the football. The umpire will come in and bounce.
Barry Stanfield certainly doing the right thing, trying to combat Justin Madden's height by getting in front and trying to bustle him out of the way.
And Madden and Stanfield again. Stanfield up high, but Madden's height. Eccleston, short kick, close to the line. McGuinness perhaps thought it was going to stay in, but the boundary umpire right on the spot there, and we'll have another throw-in. So, again, a few moments of unproductive football.
No one within 70 metres of Carlton's goal.
Just on 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Madden got a hand to it again. Hawker looking for the player going past, finds him in Nailey. On the defensive side of centre, he stabs one into the middle and finds Hannah. Back to Gleeson. They're trying to go short, but it may come unstuck. It's pushed wide. The chances for Baxter. But on the end of it again is Hawker, who's picking up kicks at will at the moment. Short to Dunlop. Dunlop ambles towards the centre, then lets fly with a long left footer, just going inside 50. Dorotich sandwiched on. Murphy roving the packs, shoots towards goal and pushes it right across the face for a bottom.
So terrific to see a player of his size with such great pace read the ball off the pack like that and sprint towards goal. It's very exciting to see that, and one of the great skills of the game.
8 points the margin as Ford brings the ball back into play. Meldrum in front. Satori coming over the top for Carlton. Knocked wide. Majizak. Or is it Fosha? Those two are going to cause me problems all night, Robbo.
They do look very similar. Dark hair, dark flowing hair, and both got tremendous skills on both sides of their body.
Look at it.
Just too tall.
Which I did see him looking serious, whereas acting captain, he gave the players a bit of a rev before the game started. It's a bit hard to appreciate at times with Justin, isn't it?
He's almost a comical character, isn't he?
Certainly.
Right there, thanks, fellas.
So Madden from 35 metres shoots towards goal, and his look says it all.
This is Anytown, and this is Jack, Anytown's handyman.
G'day.
Jack and his Nissan Navara have had a busy week. Monday, there was a brush with the law. Tuesday, a constructive engagement. Wednesday, a run on the stock market. Thursday and Friday positively flew by. This weekend, Jack's going fishing with the boys. And that's just another job his Navara has covered.
Because that's a hard-working truck.
That's Nissan know-how.
So the acting captain for Carlton, Justin Madden, posts his side's third goal, and they open up a little bit of a lead, 3-4 to 1-2 in the closing stages of this first quarter. Meldrum feeds off the pack again. The ball was touched, goes to Dorotich. Gets the handball back. Now an opportunity for O'Sullivan. He may lose it, however, as Eppleton intercepts, pushes wide, chasing his Hawker. The boundary line beats them both. Just over 2 minutes of this first quarter remaining.
Let him run.
Madden again having to do it from behind and doing it like basketball at the moment. Terry Wallace, however, took it away. Can't get it clear. He's looking for Baxter, who's under pressure. Athorn goes with the hand pass, but he was over the line. And so another throw in on the outer side. At the back, Meldrum flicks it wide.
In the back.
Free kick will go the way of Hanbury. On the defensive side of centre. Goes towards Athorn. Just a little too high for him. McGuinness looking for the free kick at the bottom of the pack. It doesn't come his way. The hand pass is wide. Too wide on this occasion for Matthew Hogg. And we will see another throw in. So they're doing it slowly on that outer side.
Yes, in his first quarter, Sandy, heading on for 26 minutes, which is indicative of the number of times the ball's gone out of bounds.
Throw in again. Meldrum again at the back. This time swings it into the centre. Murphy shrugs the tackle at the second attempt. Towards Hannah. Has he got someone going past? Yes, he has in Hawker. Wide to Hannah again, who's under pressure. Was he pushed? The umpire says play on. The shot for goal is by Brown, and it looks pretty good.
Well, a fine effort there by Carlton. Glenn Hawker picking up the ball initially and going to handball on his left hand, looking at the corner of his right eye, seeing the player out there, as you see here on replay. Left hand, not actually looking for Hannah, but it landed with him. Ball came out from Hannah to Brown, and Brown finished off very well there. Kicked the ball virtually straight through the centre there. So a good goal for Carlton at this stage of the game, almost the end of the quarter, and gives them a very handy lead.
I think the risk is always that when they get to the front like this, they tend to relax a little bit. Maybe they've just got to... I don't know what it is. I think Robert Walls would like to know too. Madden gets the trap out. Yes, it's a worry, isn't it, Ross?
Got 10, forward.
At half forward. Still a struggle. Now Carlton get it clear. Majizak to Gleeson. The Blues are away again. Gleeson's kick into the pocket. Oh, good play by Ford. Gets the hand pass away. Wigney tackled by Hannah. Ball comes free. Chance for O'Sullivan. Long hand pass. Hawker punched away by Ford in the back pocket. He'll take it over. And we'll have a boundary throw in about 35 metres around from the Carlton goal. And a bit of a goer, Michael Ford. If you get a kick against him, I think you know you've earned it.
He's a bit deceiving. He does hang around and quite strong and persistent, probably the best way to describe him.
Carlton lead by 20 points, close to quarter time. Footscray won't need them to kick another one. Eppleton tries a punch away. Now there's a chance. Here's Stanfield. Oh, 3 Carlton players bring him to ground. Hawker's one of the tacklers. The umpire will come in and bounce.
This heat obviously taking its effect on players. A lot looking tightish already, and I wouldn't be surprised if in this second quarter players are interchanged off the bench very quickly.
So maybe not enough time left for either team to score. At half back for Footscray, Wallace gets the kick away, high into the centre. Marking contest 3-on-2. Great mark by Dorotich. It's been paid, but there's the siren to end the first quarter. And at quarter time, Carlton lead by 20 points. The Blues 4-4-28. Footscray 1-2-8.
Gillette presents great moments in 7 Sport. The home and away VFL games of 1988. Collingwood clashes with Carlton. And during the first quarter, young Steve Silvani, the game Blues defender, takes the mark of the year over Craig Starcevich. The Woods went on to win by 23 points. But nothing can take away from Silvani's magnificent moment and this sensational display of aerial grace. This was another great moment in 7 Sport, brought to you by Gillette.
To unmask cleaner, fresher skin, use new Arpri dual cleansing pads. Enriched with apricot cleanser. One side is textured for areas that need thorough cleansing. The other side is soft for the more delicate areas, leaving you with a fresh, clean complexion every day. New from Arpri. Arpri dual cleansing pads.
You got that feeling of dereliction. You look around, all the terraces are dirty. There's weeds coming up. it breaks your heart, really, because, I mean, they mightn't have been that good, but South always had good players. There's a lot of work. It's not just a simple matter of pulling bear. Hey, Billy, how are you? I think the big attraction about it is the fact that you never know who's going to come through the door. Like it, Rick?
Terrific, yes, thank you.
How are the Blues going to go? With a stubby, it's cold, it feels better, it comes out sparkling, and it feels like what you put your hard-earned out for, you're getting a result out of.
The stubby. Good things come in glass.
How far can you go with lamb shortcuts? Well, you could go to India in only 29 minutes. Greece is a mere 30 minutes away. Mexico, you're there in a flash, 24 minutes. And you can get to Germany just as quickly. Take your family on the Easy Cooks tour with lamb shortcuts. For travel details, see your butcher or supermarket.
You're on 3AW. Stay tuned for more news, views, facts and information.
3 Aware, the thinking person's radio station, 1278.
Sometimes your copies come in ones.
Quick, give me a copy of this right away or I'll propose.
But at other times...
Quick, give me 100 copies right away or I'll propose. To your sandwich.
When all your copies come in at once, rely on Reflex.
If that paper jams, we'll be in a real pickle. I want them all to be perfect, just like us. Thanks, honey bunch.
You can rely on Reflex.
What, no more pickles?
It's quarter time here at VFL Park in the third quarter-final of the Panasonic Cup, and Carlton lead 4-4-28 to the Bulldogs 1-2-8. And besides the prize money, of course, up for grabs tonight, there is also the Panasonic Player of the Match.
The Panasonic Cup Player of the Match will receive from Panasonic this compact design video cassette recorder with exciting superfine slow and super still effects which deliver ultra-high picture quality. Auto operations make everything so easy you hardly need to think about it.
Fine gesture from Panasonic, and great to have them with us in Football 89 as we go down to the boundary line, and Michael Roberts and Don Scott.
Well, Michael Malthouse was a little concerned that the Carlton players were blitzing them, the small men. They weren't using the corridor, they weren't getting it out of the centre, and they weren't getting it into the forward line quick enough. What did Robert Walls have to say?
Well, I found it very difficult to get over there, Michael. I thought John Kennedy went far enough, but Robert Walls has gone just as far to the other side of the ground. But what he was doing was pointing out very quietly to some of the players their weaknesses. The backmen he got together, and also one or two of the forwards, but he was very quiet, and I really couldn't hear.
Thank you very much, Don. I think his fitness is going because those Carlton players are virtually in the middle of the ground.
I agree.
Well, Ross Glendinning, your thoughts on the first quarter?
Well, it was a little bit lacklustre in that first quarter, Sandy, I thought. There were a lot of mistakes, which I suppose still very early, as we've often said. But some of the skills were down. The ball was out of bounds a fair bit, with play being very defensive. Both sides trying to man up and be negative. But also, I think with the heat, there's players feeling the pinch a bit. On this occasion, you see Justin Madden taking a fine mark, money through his height, and finish off well with a goal. But Carlton certainly looking on top at the moment. Footscray battling a bit, not really having a good avenue to goal, even though Adrian Campbell's performed, I think, very well at centre-half forward. He's battling very hard, but Simon Beasley being well held by Ken Hunter, not with a lot of opportunities. Bill Hanna, Glenn Hawker, Gleeson combining on this occasion to, I beg your pardon, young Fraser Brown combining on this occasion to kick a goal. I think they're fourth for the quarter. And on the stats here, we see that not a lot of difference there. Carlton certainly a few kicks ahead. Handball's very similar. Marks just in favour of Carlton. And then down there at the hit-outs, which you perhaps would expect with Justin Madden being as tall as he is, having the favour there 13-5.
Right, let's see if he continues that as we go into the second quarter. Carlton lead by 20 points. Footscray determined to come back as Madden gets it to Nailey. Nailey out wide. Hanbury can't get there in time. It's pushed in front of Mill Hanna. Trouble controlling it close to the boundary line. Does keep it in, however. Foch's quick kick goes to Meldrum. Meldrum towards half forward. Didnt had a fine first quarter. Foster, however, beats him on this occasion. He gets it out to Eppelston, who goes with a high kick to centre wing. Aitken in front. Couldn't control the football. Terry Wallace comes storming through and pushes it over the line for a throw-in on the outer side.
Michael Ford's come up and taken Peter Sartori at full forward. Ford playing fullback for Footscray. And Greg Eppelston now with the task of looking after Mill Hannah.
So, Footscray's greatest problem, number 44 for Carlton, Justin Madden. Cousins gets himself in front and does receive the free kick. So Cousins plays on quickly, kicks it out wide. Hogg, oh, magnificent pickup. Hogg's kick, not quite as good as the pickup. Davies gather, back it goes. Steve Wallace, oh, wonderful smother by Derui, and he forces the ball out of bounds, much to the pleasure of his teammate Mark Nayley. So tremendous play by Derui.
Very good. Very desperate smother there, Ian, and again highlighting the defensive tactics of both sides.
At half-back for Carlton, in front Campbell. Struggle for possession. Now there's a chance for Gleeson. Somehow he finds his way out. Handball to Brown. Brown's kick. Didnt can't mark. Chance for Foster. Handball wide. Cousins. Oh, slips through Foster's hands. Desperation by Majazak's. Great play. And he forces the ball 5 or 7 metres forward for Carlton, over the line for another boundary throw-in.
Many player there really wanting the ball, and Peter Foster, unlike him, fumbling and looking to give the ball over to Doug Hawkins for a bit of a free one up that half-forward line, but messing that one up.
Footscray a little desperate. They look as though they've swapped their 4 interchange players. Cousins, high over the top, a big thump. Steve Wallace, handball over the top, McPherson on the field. Gets around his opponent. Out wide to McGuinness, forced to kick with the unnatural right foot. Up towards full forward, Beasley can't mark. Off the packet, comes wide now to Hunter. Desperate play by Royal. Hunter's kick towards half-back. Hogg, a flip over. Now there's a chance for the Bulldogs. Terry Wallace off to Cousins. Cousins left foot shot towards full forward. Great punch away by Hunter. Out wide the race is on. Murphy, good gather in the back pocket. His kick up towards the wing. Nearly a mark. O'Sullivan over the top. Manages to keep his footing, and he gets the left foot kick away into the centre in the Justin Madden direction. It goes to the rear. Hawker, great gather. The Blues on the run at half forward. Hawker's second bounce. He'll go within scoring distance. The short chip pass is too wide, and the mark's been taken by Eppelston.
Too fancy.
Eppelston in full back. Now it's his turn for a bounce, with Hannah having to chase. Wobbles a kick. It finds Wallace. Drifting play over the centre, but they're having trouble going deep into attack. Campbell has the opportunity now. His kick, however, is again a poor one. Wallace. Hawkins. Terry Wallace. Short again. Well, they've gone in a little triangle there. Each side approximately 15 metres. Wallace looking for Beasley, who's had great trouble getting into the game so far tonight. Derui has shown great courage. Handball's back into the pack. McPherson spins out of it, has a snap at goal, but goes right across the face and puts it out of bounds in the left forward pocket.
Just a comment there about Glenn Hawker with that disposal. He really ran himself up from centre line through into the 50-metre area and could really have an easy shot for goal, but elected to be a little bit too fancy and try and share the ball with teammate Mill Hannah, which ended up being very ineffective.
From the throw-in, Madden is free kicked. The kick is not a good one, however, and the mark is taken by Richard Cousins. And 50 metres.
I can't work out, if you're in the back pocket and you've got no one to kick it to, why the hurry?
That's quite right. First 50-metre penalty for the night, which should see Richard Cousins, who's a good kick, as he illustrated in his previous kick on his left foot, should put this through for a goal. Maybe I shouldn't speak too soon.
.45-degree angle. The kick is a good one off the boot, and he's made no mistake.
Gillette took the closeness of contour and gave it a plus. A lubricating strip. The lubricating strip glides Contour Plus, so it feels smoother while you shave and smoother after. The Gillette Contour Plus system. First we made it closer, now we've made it smoother.
Carlton 4-4. Footscray 2-2. Bernie Evans on for a run. And let's hope that his season is not as interrupted with injury as has been the case. An attempted sock off the ground by Nayley. Murphy couldn't take it. Cullen tries to get it out. Now Meldrum has the chance but loses it. Brown for Carlton. Well claimed. Goes to ground.
Oh, that's rubbish.
That's too harsh. He was playing the ball, given the opportunity. If he was tackled, the rule says if the action of the pull causes the ball to drop, it's play on.
Hogg to Hawkins. The hawk is clear. A little chip over the head of McGuinness, looking for Beasley again. And again, Hunter, Derui and Alvin should combine. In fact, Derui won't need Alvin on this occasion. He goes back and finds Mark Matjacek.
Good example there of switching the play to get the ball away from the busy side on this side left of screen.
Matjacek's kick goes up towards Dorotich. Can't take it. Terry Wallace spins out, pushing the ball out in front of Baxter. Support from Hawkins. Beautifully played by Doug Hawkins. Up to the half-forward line once again, but once again it's the height of Madden that is the telling difference as he goes to Alvin.
Alvin's left foot kick wide to the wing. Majazak and Foster, and the ball obviously tangled up in their legs. And good to see the umpire give them the benefit of the doubt there. Sometimes they're a little too hot.
They are. And Footscray must be very wary of Justin Manning dropping back there on that centre-half back line. They can't get past him when he is there. They must try and go a little shorter and go around him or over. And they've got to be a little bit more thoughtful with their disposal of that centre-half forward area.
So the ruck contest, the umpire saw an infringement against the Footscray player, young Campbell, and Justin Madden takes the free kick at half-back. He kicks it to the wing, and a good mark taken by Hannah. He plays on quickly, very talented player, kicks a little off the side of his boot, great gather by Hannaberry, gets the handball wide, Royal, runs right away there from Majazak, and Royal coming up towards half-forward, now kicks it into the pocket, and the mark's been taken by Campbell. So Footscray mounting something. Campbell now kicks it in towards the centre-half forward area, looking for McPherson, and he takes the mark. Steve McPherson, short passes on, into the pocket. Hunter comes out, reads it well, overruns it though. Davies deep, left foot snapshot's not bad, it's a goal!
A young mother in deep trouble.
I'm not going to take my kids, are they?
A caring man takes over her family.
Will you come to our place for tea tonight?
But is Rafferty getting in too deep?
I trust her. She's a nice kid. You can't trust anybody, Michael.
Who's right? The magistrate?
I needed a uniform for school.
How much is it?
Or the cop?
At this very moment, a gang of her mates is cleaning out your flat.
Debbie Byrne and the Shirley's Rebecca Smart in Rafferty's Rules, 8:30 Thursday on 7.
The margin now is just 8 points. The Bulldogs fighting their way back into this game. 4-4 plays 3-2. 2 quick goals in this second quarter. Madden again wins it from the centre. Is Carlton going to reply as Gleeson gets the hand pass away to Evans? He pushes it wider to Murphy. Murphy taken out of it, however, by McPherson. Well played. Onto the left foot he goes, spearing it up towards centre wing. The ball spills free. Cullen receives, then tumbles a punt that gathers some 20 metres before, well, yes, he did take it over the line. Ryan Royal was trying to sneak off, but he knew that he'd gone over. Well,
Steve McPherson, Steve McPherson just settling there, and with Doug Hawkins on as well. Footscray's side looking a little more relaxed and a little more effective with the ball.
Glascott on, Meldrum off for Carlton. Dunlop gives Glascott his first touch. A hand pass over the top to Murphy. Back to Glascott. Tucked in the boundary line. Hooks it high towards Dorotich. Cousins is with him. Dorotich. Good, solid, strong mark. On to Gleeson. To half forward. Some holding on going on there. Nayley has played on. Can they get it back?
A little bit of inexperience showing by the umpire there, I think, Sandy.
So it will be a bounce. Carlton need a steadying goal. Footscray would dearly love another one to make the margin just 2 points. McPherson again. And a good mark taken by Davies.
That's it there!
He's kicked one of their goals in this quarter. Darren Davies goes to the half-forward line. Alvin, uncontested. So he'll come back towards centre wing. Cousins spoils Satori. Naily pushes wide. Cullen almost taken high. Naily out to Murphy. The small running players causing problems for Footscray. Hannah can't take it on the half volley. Ford backing up for Footscray will get them out of trouble.
So Footscray could mount something here. Athorn's clear. His kick's a little too high, though. At half-back, Brown, 1-on-2, and Brown's left foot kick at the ball goes over for a boundary throw-in.
Did very well there, Fraser Brown. Committed himself coming off the half-back line with Doug Hawkins streaming down by himself on the centre wing, and put some doubt in Doug Hawkins' mind, and the ball then going over the line with a fine punch in defence by young Brown.
Ruck contest. Carlton player infringes, and the free kick will go to Cousins. So Footscray looking a little better when Cousins goes into the ruck. Certainly negating Justin Madden's influence. Cousins kicked to half forward, high over the top. Great punch away by Dunlop. Great gather by Hawkins. And Hawkins puts Footscray into attack, but there's that man mountain Justin Madden. He gets the hand pass away to Focia. Oh, here's an error. Into an open goal. Davies will go. Oh, no, he fumbles. But he gets his kick away and still misses. What a comedy of errors there. As Darren Davies must have been licking his chops. Unfortunately for Footscray, it's a behind.
That may well have been the case, Ian, but unfortunately, even having recovered and picked the ball up again, he still perhaps had the option of giving the ball over to Simon Beasley, who was clear enough to have a better shot at goal rather than Davies move around on his right foot and have a quick snap.
Veteran Ken Hunter looking for Aitken and finding him. Plays on to Brown. Towards Dorotich. With him is Foster. The latter spoils well. Murphy couldn't take it. But plenty of support. It's Glascott. Gives it away to Evans. Pulls it up towards half forward. But a good mark taken by Ford. Across to Eppelston, who goes wider. This time Hanbury a chance to run for the Bulldogs. Has a look on the outer side and goes with a kick that finds Athorn on centre wing. Mark Athorn. A high kick to half forward. Oh, Madden came in over the top. Couldn't take the mark, however. Now plenty of pressure on the Blues as Focia brings it back into the centre. Almost a good mark by Foster. Held the ball well. Fires a long kick down the full forward, but Hunter is in front of Beasley and he marks Scull. And the veteran shows pace.
Yeah, good to see Ken Hunter in a bit of form and back in the seniors.
Kicks back into the middle. Satori, front spot. At the back, Hanbury, a hurried kick. Play on will be the call. Wallace thought about the kick, then went for the hand pass. This is to Royal, just outside 50 metres. He shoots long. Beasley's on his own because Hunter tripped.
A little fortunate, Sandy, that kick really did coming off the inside of Brian Royal's right boot. The players are just miss-kicking and mishandling the ball a fair bit tonight, which, as we do see on replay here, the ball does come off to the left-hand side of your screen there. Simon Beasley, fortunate there. Ken Hunter did slip as well. But Beasley could put through a goal for Footscray.
Well, he needs one, and Footscray needs one. And is he going to get another kick? He is going to get another kick.
Yeah, Steve Darui deemed to be too close to Beasley as he took his kick there, and Peter Cameron, the umpire, in control there, taking the Carlton player back right onto the goal line there. Simon Beasley should put this one through for his 565th goal.
And he has got it.
The day after Cameron took delivery of his new Nissan Pintara, he started singing out of pure joy.
I'm touching your heart.
Because he didn't have to worry about Pintara's price ticket or running costs. And the Nissan 2-year no-cost warranty struck a particularly happy note. New Nissan Pintara, the no worries family 4.
No worries.
That's Nissan know-how.
So, after leading by 20 points at quarter time, Carlton with the slender advantage of just one behind. 28 plays 27, and Cousins doing a good job in the ruck for Footscray. Bounce slightly favours him. He gets the tap away to half forward. Dunlop can't gather the football. Here comes Royal now on the ball. His kick has been intercepted by Aitken. Aitken swings around on the right foot. Slaps it up towards the centre position. Kick off the ground. Now there's a chance for Glasgow. He's well tackled by Royal. He gets the hand pass away. Goes through Madden. Evans is there. On the left foot, Evans is kicked high towards full forward. Marking contest. Now at the back. Hawker. Pushed away by Ford, the desperado, and he sees it over the boundary line for a throw-in. So the Footscray defence under pressure, and they did well.
Yes, and Justin Madden showing good leadership there with some fine shepherding midfield and leading the way for his side.
In the forward pocket for Carlton. High over the top, Dorotich. Great tap out. Comes to the back, Royal. Oh, great gather by Brian Royal. Under extreme pressure, gets the kick away off the side of his boot into the centre. Hawkins can't control the football. Now there's a chance for Carlton through Glasgow. He gets the hand pass back to Dunlop. Dunlop's left foot kick, looking out in front for Hannah. Hannah can't mark, over the top of Eccleston. Now there's a chance for McPherson, who's lifted Footscray since coming on. Aythorne in the back pocket, kicks it away close to the line. High over the top, no one can take the mark. Terry Wallace off to Hawkins. Hawkins' long hand pass is very constructive, gives Hogg a chance. Hogg now kicks the ball towards half forward. Nearly a mark to Alvin. He recovers well. Aitken's kick off the ground goes into the centre. Fosia, good gather by the young rover. Ooh. Now Murphy off to Glasgow. Glasgow's high hand pass. Gleeson, can Carlton manage to mess this up? A kick by Gleeson into the pocket is good, and Hawker takes the mark just inside 50 metres.
Yep. A quick look at his options.
Couple of metres there.
And Hawker has decided to go back.
Got about 5 metres. That's it.
Take his kick off the side of the boot to the right. Out of bounds on the full, so a little bit of respite for the Footscray defence. Aythorne to bring it back into play. And Robert Walls this quarter has not seen his side score a goal. No doubt concerned him a little. To the half back line. Tapped defensively over by Madden.
Perhaps I'd even suggest that, having said what I did earlier in the game where I like Peter Foster at centre-half back, the way they're breaking down there, I might suggest perhaps that Peter Foster go to centre-half forward and try and give them some size and strength down in that half-forward area.
Gleeson, Dorotich, Hawker. Oh, he's got it on a string, but Cousins pressures him well. Terry Wallace through. They're having a real go, the Bulldogs now. Beautiful play by McPherson. He's certainly added some bite around the packs as he gets it to Wallace. Wallace looks towards Beasley. A little too high as he got Hogg at the back of the pack. He's chasing hard. He's under pressure and he needs help. McGuinness comes in to give him help. Can't get the ball away. Brown desperate for Carlton. So too Alvin. And the umpire decides on a bounce.
The Footscray players almost too desperate there, which is you can't criticise. However, they just, in being a little too quick to try and get rid of the ball, in fact, just messed it up a little bit. Certainly, it's in that half-forward area and a chance to score.
Well, they trail by only a point. They've got the chance to hit the front for the first time in the game. Wallace is at the bottom. DeRuy is there also. And neither is keen to part with the leather.
And Steve McPherson has really lifted Footscray in this quarter, and it's good to see with some doubt on a hamstring injury before the game.
Here's the bounce. Madden again. Aitken. The whistle had sounded. It's a Carlton free kick. That will be Nailey to bring it away towards Dorotich over his head. Satori, support from Gleeson. Going inside to the running Murphy. He's in the middle of the ground at VFL Park. Long, out comes Hannah. Evans now, pulling it back over his body. He'll look for Hawker. Gleeson has also come down. Soccer's off the ground. This is going to be close. He bounces it towards goal. And it just misses going through from behind.
Justin Madden off the ground. And onto the ground for Carlton is Michael Gallagher.
Hold on, don't hang on to him.
2 points now, the difference. Gleeson, Murphy, motors forward. to Glascott. Nayley pulls it back. It's a good-looking kick in towards goal, and he's kicked a beauty.
I've just flown into Darwin after about 20 years to retrace my steps on a brand new walkabout through the top end of Australia.
Rolf's back to discover the changing face of Australia in his own special style.
There was nothing like this here 20 years ago.
From Darwin through Kakadu.
You'll find extinct animals still clearly painted in the rock faces.
He's taking the back roads to meet some old friends.
It's like a little chunk of paradise in the middle of the wilderness.
Revealing the true heart of our nation. Rolf's Walkabout, 6:30 Saturday on 7.
So, getting close to half-time. Carlton lead by 8 points. Cousins, just hands it to McPherson. McPherson's kicking to the forward line. Royal. Well, but he recovers well. Gets the hand pass away. McGuinness, right foot snapshot by McGuinness. And he pulls it just, well, it's way too far across his body and out of bounds on the full.
Not quite as effective as South Australian counterpart, Mark Nayley, with his opposite foot.
Hunter has the free kick in the back pocket, looking for Gallagher. Gallagher at the back punches the ball away from Cousins, and it goes over for a boundary throw-in. Cousins making position on centre wing. No, he's not. He's looking for a change. It looks like Nicol is going to take his place.
Very late change.
In the forward pocket, Aitken gets a kick away, high towards the wing, and a good mark has been taken there by Fraser Murphy in front of Cullen. So the pocket battleship at half-back for Carlton. Poor kick, drops in short, goes over the top of all players. Clever, Hawker. Back to Glascott. Glascott, kick off the side of his boot. Dorotich, hand passes wide. Gleeson caught with a football, but he's got support in Evans. Evans high ball. Into the pocket, close to the boundary line, and it's helped over by Baxter for a boundary throw-in. So the play's about 30 metres from the Carlton goal.
And John Dorotich just feeling that the effects of that clash quite a few times there. He's had to compete in packs, and he's now been in the receiving end of a bit of a whack on the knee and just limping a little.
Satori interfering with Nicol.
Right there, Glenn.
So Nicol's kick goes up towards centre wing. No mark taken. The Dogs need a score before half-time, and they've got just over 3.5 minutes to do it. Dunlop is trying to stop that. Glascott taking it, getting it across to Murphy. Perhaps one step too far before taking his kick. He's followed that football down. It's with Hawker again in the right forward pocket. Gives it across to his teammate in Fosha. Fosha's kick to full forward. Hawkins defending now and doing it well to Terry Wallace. The Dogs are out of trouble. A long sweeping hand pass finds Linton Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick goes up towards the half-forward line. His target is Campbell. Short to centre half-forward. An effective spoil was done by Mike Gallagher, who's on the ground now for Carlton. Just under 3 minutes remaining for Footscray. They've still got time if they're good enough, but Royal, beaten on this occasion, loses out, and it comes to Evans on the half-back flank. To Glascott, who loves to run the wings. Towards Hawker. A 2-on-1 duel, and Hawker might beat them, and he does. He's having a fine game. Has a look in towards half-forward. A good kick. Finds Satori.
That's the mark, thanks.
60 metres out. Drops it in for Hannah.
That's clear.
Gleeson is there to help him. Footscray do it in numbers. It's Hawkins. Cleverly done. Beautiful play by Doug Hawkins. As he goes to the outer wing. The bounce is not a good one for Campbell initially.
Yes, must be a free kick, Sandy.
And he's got a chance.
Right on that mark there, thanks.
And Adrian Campbell leading Jamie Dunlop to the ball in the last 3 or 4 occasions by at least 5 or 6 metres.
Here's his kick. Long. Beasley comes out, then props, then has to drop back.
And didn't he read that well? Ken Hunter just sat back and ball landing right on his chest.
Great experience showing for Hunter. Evans gets a poor bounce. McGuinness inside 50 just. Pulls it back with his left foot, but pulls it back a little too far. And it's fisted over the line defensively for one behind.
Some great skills tonight so far, even though some of the disposal has been ordinary. Doug Hawkins and Glenn Hawker, aren't they both very clever players, both sides of their body, elusive, able to dummy around players very easily, and it is great to see that skill.
It's great to watch. Derui to Evans. Over the top, almost verging on blasé. That attempt, it puts Brown under pressure.
And well chased by Simon Beasley from full forward.
I'd say that comment was spot on.
Beasley now coming off the ground, which perhaps could have been the reason why he chased that far, and Cousins going back on the ground.
Here's the throw in. We've got just over a minute remaining. Terry Wallace working hard for the Bulldogs. A high kick by Campbell to centre half forward. Fisted into the air. Nailey can't quite get there in time. Cullen takes it. Had a great start to the game. Made it out a little as Aythorne goes wide to Wallace. They're going very, very wide, but it could be effective. It's Darren Davies who'll shoot for goal. He steadies. He's kicked one. Chips over the top, and I think he's kicked it. He has.
Well, again, Darren Davies featuring there, but the player, I think, steady there, again, as I mentioned before, was Steve McPherson. Took the ball from the punch just between half forward and the centre line, committed himself to take the ball on his chest, fed the ball out, and the ball landing over here now with Davies. Could have popped the ball over to his teammate in Doug Hawkins, but then chipped the ball away, and was a good finish from Davies in his second goal. Second in this quarter as well, which has been a good lift for Footscray.
Yes, they've kicked 4 goals too in this quarter, Footscray, to Carlton's 1 goal too. And I just have the funny feeling that that scoreboard's wrong. I think the Carlton lead by 2 points at this stage, close to half-time. Kick out. Now there's a chance for Aythorne again at half-back, leading Gleeson. Aythorne's kick is high, wide, in the Steve Wallace direction. He gets his kick away around the corner into the pocket. Hunter's a chance. Oh. Well, there's a free kick being picked out of it. Looks as though it may go against Dunlop, is it? No, it's going to Dunlop in the back pocket for Carlton. So Dunlop kicks it in the wing area. And a good mark taken by Steve Wallace. Steve Wallace now plays on. Off to Campbell. Campbell's kick to the full forward position. And a good mark taken by Davies. So he's a chance to kick his 3rd goal. 50 metres out. Davies has the ball directly in front. The siren has sounded, so Footscray could take the lead with this kick.
I'd like to back him for this kick. He has played very well so far.
We got the ball, fellas.
Shocking kick by Davies off the side of his boot, and it does not even register a score. So at half-time, the scoreboard tells us that Carlton lead by 1 point. 5-5 plays 5-4.
It's still a very good performance by the Bulldogs in that second quarter.
Carlton certainly having the edge in that first quarter, should I say, kicking 4 goals forward to Footscray 1-2, and then Footscray coming back very well in the second quarter, particularly through, I thought, Steve McPherson, Darren Davies. They're smaller players sharing the ball very well, and they fought back to be within a point, and it's shaping up to be a far better contest than what it was earlier on, with still the skill level I'm still a bit critical of, but however, such a hot night with players sweating fairly profusely, the ball would be getting greasy and staying greasy quite often, so we can't blame the players too much for that. However, I'd look forward to a very steady 3rd quarter here, and as they say, the 3rd quarter being the premiership quarter, let's hope that we see some premiership football.
And speaking of premierships, Wayne Johnston is on for Carlton. Here we go, the 3rd quarter, the Blues lead by a point, the Dogs fighting back very strongly in the 2nd quarter. To the bounce to get it underway. It's won by Madden. Finishes with Gleeson. Onto the left foot he goes. Pushing it down towards the 50-metre line, but that is where it will end. Hanbury has the chance to clear and does so. Well, Glasgow thumped it towards the boundary line. Hawker does it beautifully. On to Aitken. Aitken to centre half forward. Dorotich, the flyer, in front, takes an easy one.
He was playing well, Dorotich.
Started really well, didn't he?
Yes, and Footscray actually moved Peter Foster to full forward, and Dorotich having the better of Foster in that first half, and certainly John Dorotich on form with good strong marking and bustling play. A good player to have at centre half forward.
From 50 metres, the kick by Dorotich looks good. It is. So a good start by the Blues in this 3rd quarter.
Yes, that's the start they'd looked for in what they termed the premiership quarter, as we mentioned. John Dorotich certainly with a strong pair of hands there, finishing off with a very good left foot kick, deliberate shot at goal. And if Carlton get the ball down in their forward line often enough, with Satori, Hannah and Dorotich, with Glenn Hawker lurking there as well, they could be very dangerous in this third quarter. Mind you, with Peter Foster at full forward and Brian Royal running around complimenting him, I'd like to think if Footscray got the ball forward their way often enough, they could also be very competitive.
So back in the centre, the Blues, a quick goal at the start of the third term. Cousins down to McGuinness. McGuinness's quick kick doesn't quite get it out of the centre. Hawkins, hand pass. Wallace does with a quick kick towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Dunlop goes after again. He's struggling for possession, but just ever so slightly interfered with by the Footscray forwards. And a shocking kick. Oh, what a mistake by a senior footballer. Davies picks it up, goes for goal, off the side of his boot and out of bounds for a throw-in.
And Jamie Dunlop not really having the best of nights, very easy to be critical sitting here. However, he has made some fairly elementary errors there, and is fortunate that ball didn't carry into the arms of Peter Foster from Darren Davies' boot.
So boundary throw-in, deep in Footscray's forward pocket. Madden gets the tap out. Take it back, says the umpire. No advantage rule paid on this occasion. And it'll go back to the big Carlton giant, Justin Madden, in the back pocket.
Back behind it, Terry.
Madden.
He's got to go behind his mark.
Go back behind it, son. I gave you 3 calls.
As you heard it, 3 calls.
Umpire Cameron in charge.
It's technical, but it is correct, and the players should be aware of that.
Thank you.
So now Madden about to kick over the man on his mark. It goes 50 metres plus. Oh, what a fly. Great mark by Johnston. And Johnston was the man in the middle of getting the ball out from where Carlton kicked that goal to start the third term. Nice kick by Johnston up towards the wing. No mark taken. Goes to the rear. Nailey's hand pass looking for Gleeson. Hoggs on the bottom of the pack. He can't control it. And it goes out for a boundary throw in on centre wing.
Some suggestion there from the Footscray players that Wayne Johnson perhaps may not have been as discreet as he should have been.
So the ruck contest. Hannaberry held when he didn't have it. Hawkins, the ball falls free, but the umpire sees an infringement, and the free kick will go to Hawkins on centre wing. Hawkins kicks quickly up towards half forward. No mark taken. Ball close to the boundary. Now it's rushed over. And Steve Wallace knows all about it, as he's tackled very, very well by Wayne Johnston. So at half forward for Footscray, we've got another boundary throw in.
Crowd of just under 10,000 here witnessing this game, which is a close one. Madden to Gleeson. Aitken loses it. Hogg. Johnston. Aitken again. Onto the left foot, Terry Wallace.
That's a mark there!
Wallace at centre wing. Towards the 50-metre line. Hunter and Derui fly. Dunlop through strongly. Onto Glascott in the middle. The player going past is Gleeson. Pushes it up towards half forward. He was looking for Hawker, but Hannaberry was in the right spot at the right time. And could he start something here with Davies? On the outer side, he bounces his way down towards the forward line. Cullen provides good shepherding work. His kick is long. Waiting at the back was Wallace. Aitken defending well. Loses it. Back to Wallace again. Close to the boundary line. The snap. Oh, it's not a bad kick. He's kicked another one, Davies. Another behind.
Well, unfortunate there for Footscray, because it was a good build-up and they fought very hard for that ball in the forward line, even though in the end they really did perhaps upset themselves because they were fighting so hard.
I thought he had it, Ross.
Yeah, so did I. Well, you fooled me.
Yeah, fooled us all. Close to the boundary line.
Clever.
Oh, Hawkins. The skills of a champion. Eccleston's kick. To half forward again. Another snap, this time by Campbell. And the behind is registered once more.
And unfortunately, Adrian Campbell didn't see his captain, Steve Wallace, up closer to the goals in the square by himself, and had a quick kick at goal and was indirect.
Derui. little unsure where to go. Eventually, Madden and Cousins, who were mucking around together, had Hunter step in and take the mark. Play on was called. Hannah to Gleeson on to Nailey on centre wing. Now Glascott. Carlton looking dangerous as they go forward again. Deep in towards the half-forward line. The mark is paid to Satori. Plays on. Glascott, a tight little angle, and he's going to make it even tougher for Gleeson. In the left forward pocket.
He's right there, so are you. That's it, that mark is fine. Put those couple of metres on it.
Kicked a goal in the first quarter for Carlton. He's inside 50, but on a pretty tight angle. Is he going to fool us? That's a good-looking kick. He's got it.
Horse racing is news as it happens. And the biggest news stories happen right here. The big news right now is this. Foster's Light. G'day, Pete. The flavour that made Foster's famous in a great light beer. Just 2.5 if you got to drive. What do you reckon, guys? New Foster's Light. Best news for beer drinkers since Foster's.
So some big raps on Adrian Gleeson. I'm sure Carlton are looking for bigger things from him in season 89. He's kicked 2 goals. Back in the centre, Madden gets the tap out. Wallace was a chance. Nailey tried to kick it off the ground, but the umpire saw a free kick, and it's going to Cullen. So Cullen's short kick. Well, it's to the advantage of McGuinness, but he'll have to be right up to his skills, which he is, and he breaks away from Madden. 3 bounces by McGuinness. Handball over the top. McPherson has his head ripped off his shoulders. Play on. Forced to kick with the right foot. McGuinness's kick drops in short. Punched away by the Carlton defence. DeRuy, good play. Meldrum now. Shaw, composed, runs away, kicks with the left foot out towards the wing in the Justin Madden direction, and the big fella takes a pretty easy mark. He gets the hand pass away to Johnston. Johnston's short kick is effective. Evans has the ball in the centre with 15 metres to spare. He's kick up towards half forward, and a great mark has been taken by Dorotic. Dorotic at centre half forward for Carlton.
Right there, thanks.
A tremendous focal point for the Blues up on their forward line. His short pass. The leading player, Sartori, can't mark. Here comes Hawker. Snapshot for goal. It's home.
Well, the free kick there, as indicated by the umpire, was going to go to John Dorotic, but elected to play on with Glenn Hawker in the advantage, running toward goal, and he finished off. But I think here we have Dorotic taking the ball here. Sorry, Sartori was the player, I should say, who would have been given the free kick, and Hawker finishing off. Doug Hawkins, though, earlier on finessing a little bit too much on this out of flank coming forward for Footscray, paying the penalty because their forwards had already run up the ground. He had nowhere to kick to, and thus Carlton brought the ball away from their back line very easily.
8-5 to 5-6. So the Dogs have some work to do as Nailey's kick travels 10 metres. In fact, he follows it down and has another go. Loses it. Some fine tackling on him. Plenty of desperation shown by both sides. But Footscray have got to do something up forward and do it quickly. Foster has a bit of a Barney goes on behind play. Well, it is hot. Wallace is going to have a shot at goal while that's going on. To the right and to behind. Well, the fight is finished. You privy to that, either of you?
No, I was watching the play up forward, Sandy.
DeRuy to Evans. Evans across half-back. Thought about just popping over the top to Alvin, but then elects to come inside to Aitken, who wants to get it to the running Meldrum. Can't. And so goes long and high. Hannah, a difficult one to grab. Does it well. And a good tackle. Cullen out the back to Royal. Could this be a start for the Bulldogs? Their skipper, Wallace. Up to the half-forward line, but Alvin and Aitken are stumbling blocks in that defence.
Yeah, the kicking's letting them down, Footscray. When they break clear, they're just not getting the distance.
Glascott. Pushing it wide for Hunter. With him is Foster. Now, Hunter's got to try and hold this up because there are a couple of Bulldogs just waiting to pounce. He's able to do that. Those two youngsters look as though they're enjoying it. Here's the bounce. Madden again with the height advantage, looking for Gleeson. Finds him as he chips to centre wing. Didnt, well, that's unusual tonight. He's dropped a mark. He's been very solid all night. Darren Davies has kicked a couple of goals. He could have had a couple more. His long kick. Or Dunlop drops what he should have taken. Campbell soccers off the ground, and Meldrum will be quite content to see that over the line.
Very content. And we have Stuart Wigney on the ground taking on John Didnt at centre-half back, with Linton Fitzpatrick going off the ground for Footscray.
So boundary throw in, only 15 or 20 metres around from the Footscray goal. Madden again doing the ruck work for Carlton.
It's too easy.
Taps it down to Gleeson. He's well caught. Johnston under pressure. Gleeson back up again, fighting for possession, but Johnston is, well, poorly treated, would be rather generous, and he takes the free kick. Well, right on that full back line. Coming towards the member side, another good kick by Johnston, and a strong mark taken by Didnt. Sticky fingers tonight. Hand pass off to Aitken, who handles the ball surely. He's kicked towards the wing, and a good mark's been taken for Footscray by Darren Baxter. So Baxter on centre wing. Mark Nailey, of course, on the mark. Baxter's kick. There's Didnt again flying high and takes a magnificent mark. So having one of his really good nights, John Didnt kicking towards the centre. Oh, poor play. Great interception by Hawkins. Hawkins short pass. Elvin's in there. Nearly marks. Good tackle. Ball comes to Hogg. Hogg into an open goal and bangs it through.
Gillette took the closeness of contour and gave it a lubricating strip. Now it feels smoother while you shave and smoother after. Contour Plus. First we made it closer, now we've made it smoother.
Holden's big new V6 Commodore is the first car ever to win Car Australia's Car of Australia, Modern Motors Car of 88 and Wheels Magazine's Car of the Year, all in the 1 year. The critics obviously love it too.
Could that signal a Footscray revival? Hogg kicking Footscray's 6th. 6-7 to 8-5 as Madden again wins it. Can they get it out of the middle? A high kick from Wallace comes out towards the wing, and unable to keep it in is Davies. So a throw in to take place.
You get the impression there won't be much in this right down to the last few minutes.
Well, it could be stamina and survival of the fittest in the last quarter. It's been tough for all of them. Carlton are able to kick away early in this quarter now. Footscray have to peg them back. There's just 10.5 minutes remaining, so there's certainly plenty of time. Nailey roving the packs, gets through somehow, goes onto the left foot looking for Satori. Through the arms of Cullen it goes. Murphy is busy. He's also claimed. Cullen again, a wide sweeping hand pass, and Footscray out of trouble to Royal. The kick coming from Hanbury. Wallace to the half-forward line. Dunlop has had a frustrating evening. His teammate Alvin sees it over the line.
And Carlton bottling up Footscray on their half-forward line and doing it very well. They've manned up better than what they did in that second quarter, and the effects are showing.
Throw in. Madden again. Glascott.
Put your head down.
Good work by skipper Wallace. And great encouragement being given. Plenty of enthusiasm amongst the dogs. Hawkins, his hand passing is always a delight. McPherson to Royal. Towards full forward again. A one-hander. No, it is not played. Meldrum, will he go towards the boundary line again? Yes, he will. Wallace unable to keep it in. So 9 minutes remaining. Madden has been supreme in the air. Tap over the back. And Aitken's short kick gains some 25 metres. Hawkins, well, that's the skill of the man. To Ford. Down into the attacking zone once again, but Alvin in front of McGuinness, and he takes the mark.
Hawkins is just absolutely amazing, isn't he?
Yes.
At times.
And Tom Alvin also, Ian, picked up his game and playing a good effect in this third
Very
quarter.
solid in defence is Elvin. Ball on centre wing. Chance for Carlton. Kick off the ground there by Fosia. Dorotic. Handball wide. Sartori. Around. Back to Dorotic. Messing around the Blues. Out wide now. Fosia. Hard up against the boundary line. Gets his left foot to the ball. Up towards full forward. It goes over the top of all players. Hannaberry's the first to recover. His kick comes back to the wing and it's been marked. No, it hasn't. Play on, says the umpire. Hawkins gathers well and with skill gets around. Left foot kick is a beauty. 50 metres plus towards full forward. Carlton defence now under enormous pressure. The play only 40 metres out from the Footscray goal. Dunlop and Aitken combine to get the Blues out of trouble, and Aitken's kick is wide, very wide, out in front of Sartori. Can he gather the football? Playing it around in front of himself. Now he gets the hand pass away to Johnston. Johnston's quick kick up in the Dorotic area, and sticky fingers is unbelievable. He's taken another mark. Fosia, centre wing. Left foot kick puts Carlton up to within goal scoring distance. No mark taken. Footscray defence under pressure. Ford gets the ball out wide. Now a chance for Eppleton. At half back, his kick around the corner goes into the centre, and the mark's been taken by Hawkins.
Hawkins looking to play onto Royal. Sweeping the flank, he's clear. Looks for a spearing pass. It's a beauty to Adrian Campbell. Now, what's he got up forward? It's a long, raking drop punt, a good-looking kick. And now the chance for Foster.
A bit more direct there, Sandy, from Footscray. And yes, some would concede that it may have been a slight push, but it's just good bodywork by Peter Foster, and also being slightly taller, getting Ken Hunter out of the way. And better disposal there from Brian Rule to get the ball to Adrian Campbell, who then kicked longer up to Foster.
Been a pretty quiet night for Peter Foster so far. Can he score here? He can.
This is Loch Ness. There's a local legend that the Loch Ness Monster will surface for a glass of Bell's Scotch. They say she'll come up for Bell. Been blended with their finest single malt whiskies for 150 years. She takes it with too much water anyway.
His first goal, and the difference now is only 4 points. So a tremendous game again here in the Panasonic Cup. We've had close matches, been the order of the whole competition. Glasgow, Fosia fumbles, punch away, Johnston under pressure. Oh, kick by Baxter, might have been in danger. Yes, it was, according to the umpire, and Johnston will take the free kick. He plays on quickly, kicks it out wide. Meldrum, great interception by Aythorne, but Meldrum somehow gathers the football. Dunlop tries to shrug off Wigney. Coming through strongly forward. Good tackle, Meldrum. Great play by both sides. Aitken gets the hand pass away. Footscray defence under pressure. Cousins gets it out to Wigney, and now the Bulldogs are out of trouble. Wigney's kick. There's a loose player in the centre. It's McPherson. McPherson has a player to kick to. Up at full forward, and it's Foster who comes out and marks on the 50-metre line. Foster called to play on quickly. Goes with a thumping drop punt. It's close. It's just on the wrong side of the big post through for a behind.
Shows you the effect there of direct play, long kicks. You get into your forward line with a couple of kicks and a chance to score.
3 points the difference. 5.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter, and it is going to be a slog to the finish, I feel. The back Aitken, Hogg also, and Hogg is winning this race. Does it well. Aythorne short. Johnston intercepts. Evans and Murphy are both there. But they're playing inspired football, the Dogs, at the moment. McGuinness's kick coming over the top. Foster again. With him is Hunter. Can't keep it in play, and a throw in to take place. But the Dogs have it down inside their 50-metre zone. Murphy is off for Carlton, and my good friend Mark Majusak is on. Here's the throw in. Sartori could have taken it. Instead, he tried to just palm it down in front, and it's caused this blockage.
Majusak any relation to Roger Podolchek? Used to play with North Melbourne. Perhaps not.
Blast from the past, Sandy? Let him remember this. Concern on the face of Robert Walls. 3 points is his side's lead. Been a good game of football. Hogg trying hard.
He certainly was.
Some real desperation now in this game.
Very competitive, Matthew Hogg.
The perfect bounce. But who can take it away? Wallace's kick goes to Hogg. It came from Royal initially. Is there a push? Holding on.
The umpire in good position there, and Peter Foster trying to outbustle two Carlton players, ended up infringing on Ken Hunter, and the free kick was there.
Short to Dunlop. We'll go on to Glascott, who wobbles a kick up towards centre wing. Wallace couldn't quite hold it. Hannah is going to run into trouble as he gives it to Aitken. Royal is also claimed. The tackling has been a feature of this game. Eppelston, a hurried kick to half forward. They can hold it now. Play on, said the umpire. Must have been touched. Great play. Glascott now wider to Nailey. Oh, the desperation here is fantastic. Nailey is surrounded. It's well smothered by McPherson. Hogg tries to soccer it clear. He can't do so.
Magnificently desperate football from both sides there. Commitment in this third quarter. Obviously seeing or making sure that they give themselves a chance to stay in the game and look forward to a good tense last quarter.
Just over 3 minutes remaining. They're both certainly well in it at the moment. Johnston, a high kick towards centre wing. Touch, so play on is the call. At the back is Dorotich. Can Wigney catch him? He can't. Up towards the half forward line. Danger here if Hawker gets clear. The ball sits. A wider one. Here's a chance for Fosha. Under pressure. The kick is high. It is wide, going down towards the forward line. Now forward. Does well. Footscray out of trouble. To the running Cullen. He's at half back. Goes with the left foot up towards centre wing. Went over the top of Davies, but he's got Hogg there. He's been a real terrier in this quarter. Foster uses the body again. Illegally, says the umpire, and Peter Foster becoming a little frustrated.
Only a slight nudge, Sandy, but with the momentum both players had, it didn't need much to push Ken Hunter forward, who's in front position and deserved that free kick.
Hunter to Evans to Hunter. Alvin and Royal. Hawkins now. Footscray doing all the attacking, but can they score a goal? Royal shoots in towards full forward. He's off target, and another behind goes on the ball.
I would have thought he should have perhaps kicked that, Ross. He was clear, wasn't he?
Yes, we've mentioned a few of the smaller players. They are obviously good shots at goal on the run, particularly Brian Royal, a very clever player. And yes, I agree. I would have expected him to kick that goal.
Derui's kick towards the centre half back position. Marking contest. No one can control the football. It comes to the back. McPherson. Now a chance for McGuinness. He's well tackled. Ball comes free to Meldrum. Meldrum's wide hand pass has Nailey. Can the Blues make something of this with less than 2 minutes left in the third quarter? Hawker fiddling, gets it off. Fosia, left foot kick is high into the pocket, and the mark's been taken by the man mountain Justin Madden, and he's well within scoring distance.
Just shows you the effect there, Aaron, of having someone in your forward line. Dorotich and now Madden both taking marks, where in Footscray's forward line, unfortunately, they don't have anyone really dominating in the air, and therefore falling down. And then once the play hits the ground, Footscray's smaller players not really capitalising.
And Michael Ford, very, very desperate, but obviously giving away lots of centimetres. Madden would have to kick the ball 50 metres, I would think. His kick just slides across the face and through for another behind. So very close to three-quarter time. Carlton lead 8-6 to 7-9, and the Bulldogs have really scrambled hard in this third quarter.
Back to a 3-point margin, and we're set for what should be a rip-roaring last quarter here at VFL Park. In this quarter-final of the Panasonic Cup, under a minute remaining, and Nailey is in trouble. Satori tries to tap it on. He does so to Meldrum, on to Johnston. This is dangerous. Johnston snaps at goal and rolls it through for one behind.
Wayne Johnson a little rush there. He perhaps did have time to steady and not to elect to kick a torpedo. He could have perhaps kicked a drop punt, which may have been more effective and more direct, and the torpedo just wobbling away through the points.
Michael Ford again towards Hawkins. With him is Glascott.
Great use of the body.
Yes. It's a cunning free kick, eh?
Pity we can't hear what David Glascott had to say.
probably not a bad thing, actually. Hawkins. Well, they've had plenty of duels over the years. Dunlop with a mighty fist. Gleeson has assistance in the form of Dorotich. He's claimed. Great tackle on him. And Gleeson has taken it over the line.
John Dorotich, not so sticky fingers there.
No. But he's certainly had a grand game. Terry Wallace. Look at that. Vice-like grip. Well, they've got 10 seconds to score in this third quarter. Footscray, it's almost on their half-forward line. Alvin has it. Gets it across to Dunlop, who tumbles a high punt kick down towards centre wing. A great mark taken as the siren sounds by Hawker. He won't have a shot at goal. It is three-quarter time here at VFL Park. And we're in for a big last quarter because Carlton lead 8-7, 55. Footscray 7-9, 51. Footscray 7-9, 51.
Since joining Carlton from Essendon, Justin Madden has blossomed into one of the VFL's best ruckmen. At Windy Hill, he was forced to play a secondary role behind his older brother Simon, but now the shackles are well and truly off. Madden is one of the most skillful big men in the game, despite his giraffe-like height, and he's surprisingly agile and has often stunned rival players with his turn of speed and good work at ground level.
Well, I wonder if he knows that is the current temperature here at VFL Park. It's just hovering between 27 and 28 degrees at the moment, so it is pretty warm for the players. Speaking of the players, Ross Glendinning is at the ready with the chalkboard to give some advice to full forwards, and he should know. Ross?
Sandy, just a very quick one where full forwards these days, being quick leading players as they usually are, sometimes get restrained by the jumper, by the full backs, and I'll signify here the full forward line of a team, doesn't matter which team it is, the fullback sitting behind the full forward here who's leading forward and very quick. The tactic often is for the fullback, as the ex-player marked there, to hold the full forward's jumper. What should happen if the full forward's teammates are at the ready is the player from this side to come across or this side to come across and take that fullback out to allow the full forward to lead freely and unrestrained into that area there. So it requires a little bit of tactic, a little bit of training. It's not beyond you, Sandy, I don't think. It's something that players and clubs do practice a little. And with these days of close checking, it's certainly something that does work very well.
We'll be out first thing in the morning. Let's go down to the boundary line. And here once again, Mike Robertson, Donny Scott.
Well, it's a very quietly spoken Michael Malthouse. He wants the ball brought into the forward line with purpose instead of blazing away. This game's going to go down to the wire, so he wants his players to run, run, run. Robert Walls.
Well, Robert Walls, before he actually got out there, John Dorotich reminded the players of what happened last time they were here. They were nearly beaten by North Melbourne. Justin Madden wanted more encouragement from his teammates, but it was interesting that Robert Walls singled out Milam Hanna, and I think they're going to put him into the back line in this last quarter.
Thank you, gentlemen. Here we go into the final quarter at VFL Park in this quarter-final of the Panasonic Cup. There is 4 points the difference as Terry Wallace sends Footscray down into their attacking zone, down to half forward. The bells will be ringing if they score the first goal in this last quarter. Wallace onto Royal, back to Wallace. I don't think that was intended. Royal again from 60 metres, pushing it in towards the pocket. Hogg is under pressure from Hanna. He is in defence. He's had a shot at goal and very, very nearly made it. Can Foster make amends? Oh, shades of Warren Jones.
Yes.
Believe that, could you?
It was almost slow motion, wasn't it?
In fact, it was Percy, wasn't it?
That's right.
Remember?
Yes, that was replayed quite often, wasn't it?
The Footscray supporters at home must have thought, here we are, we've got to hit the lead here.
Well, early days yet. Hunter to bring it back into play. Towards Madden, who didn't try and mark, and that could have been an error because Cousins has possession, gets it away nicely to McPherson, who swings round, then pushes it in towards Foster territory again in that right forward pocket, but it just eludes him and bounces over the line.
It's not quite Peter Foster's night, Sandy. I think even that kick coming from McPherson, who had time to steady, missed Foster by about 5 metres.
No, it hasn't been one of his most productive evenings, but there's still a quarter of football left and anything could happen. Dunlop straight to Royal, in towards full forward. Davies at the back. Hannah, another behind, is on the ball. And what are your thoughts on this move? Hannah into the defence, Ross?
Well, I think Robbie Walsby trying to get Mill Hannah back into the game. He went right out of it, having had a couple of shots at goal in that first quarter. Haven't seen much of him, so maybe get him to be more direct, running straight at the ball from that half-back line.
Wallace between centre and half forward. He's getting plenty of work at the moment. Hunter is in front and Marks on the chest.
Hunter plays on quickly. Hannah's under pressure. Gets the hand pass away to Dunlop. He fumbles again. Oh, he's under enormous pressure, Dunlop. Back to Hannah. Hannah's wide hand pass finds Alvin. Under pressure, he gets the kick away. The ball's up over centre wing now. The fickle bounce at the back. Chance for Wigney. He's caught and the ball goes over. Dropping the ball, says the umpire. And perhaps a very hard decision to make there. Hawker runs away, kicks it towards centre half forward. The mark's been taken by Madden. So Madden's height, again a factor. Short passes on, Glasgow. Hand pass to Evans, he's in trouble at centre half forward. He gets the hand pass out the back to Sartori. Sartori, shot for goal. It's close, it's hit the post. No one has it to goal.
To unmask cleaner, fresher skin, use new Arpri dual cleansing pads. Enriched with apricot cleanser. One side is textured for areas that need thorough cleansing. The other side is soft for the more delicate areas, leaving you with a fresh, clean complexion every day. New from Arpri. Arpri dual cleansing pads.
So a very handy goal to the Blues. 9-7 plays 7-11 and still Simon Beasley is an onlooker. Cousins and Madden, the latter wins it. Cullen under pressure. Loses out to Johnston. Danger from the middle. Fosher also under pressure. Wallace. Gleeson. Oh, they look dangerous now. Up towards the left forward pocket region. Eppelston will see it over the line. So the pressure is on the Bulldogs to come back. They've got plenty of time to do it. Sartori and Cousins. Sartori may have put the hand on the shoulder. Cousins has Hanbury. Now they can set up something here. Cullen has a paddock in front of him. One bounce. Over the top of Dorotich. Oh, the hand pass is not a good one to Wigney, but he recovers to pick it up. Could have gone back to Cullen, but elects to go inside. Ford has run right down. He's going to have a shot from 60 metres. It's a high kick into the forward line. No mark taken as Hunter picks it up and clears out to the outer side where he finds Glasgow. On to Hannah. Quick to move the ball out of defence. Back to Hannah again. Into the centre, Johnston. And with that penetrating left foot goes down towards Bernie Evans. It bounces off his knee, but clever play by Evans then to tap it on towards Nailey. And even better then, the idea was right for Sartori, but he couldn't claim it. It's left to Nailey to try and repair that work. He does so as he spears one in meant for Gleeson. Can't take it on the half volley. Out the back it comes. The whistle had sounded.